The colonial era was a time of great change and upheaval. It was a time when people from all over Europe came to the New World in search of a better life. Many sought religious freedom, others desired economic opportunity. The first permanent English settlement in North America was Jamestown, Virginia, founded in 1607. Life in early Jamestown was harsh. Colonists battled disease, starvation, and conflict with Native Americans. Despite these hardships, Jamestown survived and became a symbol of English presence in the New World. Over the next century, 13 colonies were established along the Atlantic coast. Each colony developed its own unique identity and culture. However, all the colonies were subject to British rule. This relationship formed the backdrop for the future United States. It also sowed the seeds of discontent that would lead to revolution. As the colonies grew, so did their resentment of British rule. England imposed taxes and regulations on the colonists without their consent. This ignited a firestorm of protest. One of the most famous acts of defiance was the Boston Tea Party in 1773. Colonists, disguised as Native Americans, boarded British ships and dumped chests of tea into Boston Harbor. This act of defiance demonstrated the colonists' growing anger and willingness to challenge British authority. In response to the Boston Tea Party, Britain passed a series of laws known as the Intolerable Acts, further inflaming tensions. The First Continental Congress convened in 1774. Representatives from 12 colonies met to discuss their grievances against Britain. While some still hoped for reconciliation, the seeds of revolution had been sown. In 1775, the simmering tensions between the colonies and Great Britain finally boiled over. The battles of Lexington and Concord marked the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. Colonial militiamen, fighting for their liberty, faced off against the might of the British Army. The colonists were outmatched and outgunned, but determined to fight for their freedom. One of the most pivotal moments in the war came with the writing and signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. This document, primarily written by Thomas Jefferson, declared that the colonies were free and independent states. It was a bold and radical statement. It galvanized the colonists and inspired people around the world. The Declaration of Independence remains a cornerstone of American democracy. It encapsulates the ideals of liberty, equality, and self-governance. The American Revolution was a long and bloody conflict, but the colonists, aided by allies like France, eventually prevailed. The war ended in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris, which recognized American independence. The newly formed nation faced enormous challenges. The Founding Fathers, led by figures like George Washington, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin, worked tirelessly to create a new government. They drafted the United States Constitution, which established a system of checks and balances and guaranteed fundamental rights. The Constitution remains the supreme law of the land, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Founding Fathers. The colonial and revolutionary eras were times of immense change and upheaval. They witnessed the birth of a new nation founded on the principles of liberty, equality, and self-governance. The legacy of this era continues to shape the United States today, serving as a reminder of the power of ordinary people to fight for their freedom and create a more just and equitable society.